was involved with a lot of stuff, and I think you would say when I got shot, it turned my life around, but really this made me more bitter and more angry at the world, because I feel like that when I got shot, I was working in a convenience store. I got shot on the job, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, how I get shot on the job and I'm out here doing wrong and nothing don't happen to me. You feel what I'm trying to say? So I got like, you know what I'm saying? So if I get hurt on my job and I'm doing right, I might as well keep on doing wrong. So when I got shot, I was in the hospital for a long time. I got shot 9 times. I died twice, 30 minutes, 30 minutes the first time and 30 minutes the second time. I had to get open heart surgery. Mind you, I was young. I was like real young when I got shot. And I had a mentality like I didn't care. I didn't care about nobody. I didn't care about myself, and most of the times I tried to kill myself because I couldn't see myself living like this in a wheelchair. I never seen nobody in a wheelchair because I never paid no attention to them, So a couple of times one time, for instance, I was at the house and I was cooking some chicken, and I had the skillet on real high and had a lot of grease, and I just threw the grease on myself, burnt myself. I had 3rd degree. Baptist took me to Vanderbilt, and I stayed in Vanderbilt for like 6 months because I just stayed in the bed. I was like, man, I don't want to live like this, And my mom used to come up there and visit me and stuff, and she used to talk to me and stuff. She said, and I ain't never want to be bothered with her, you know what I'm saying? And she like, Kenny, do you love me? I said, yeah, I love you, but I don't even like you though, you know what I'm saying? And I don't even want you to come up here and visit me, you know what I'm saying? So she kept on coming, and I got up out of the hospital, and I took an overdose of pills. I took a lot of pills, and ended back up in the hospital, and I ended up in that little place on I don't know the name of it, but it was like a psych ward because I took a lamp and busted upside my head. Because when I say depressed, I was like really, really depressed, man. I'm talking about crying every day, just depressed, you know what I'm saying, taking my anger out on people, I pistol whipped this girl one time, I beat this dude up with a stick. I was just like, just really, really angry, just really, really mad. And I'm gonna tell you something, when my nephew died, I started trying to see things a different way. Then my mom died like a couple of years ago. And when my mom died, I was talking to her on the phone like a couple of days before she died, and she was like, Kenneth, are you doing drugs? Are you selling drugs? I was like, no, my mom, I'm not selling drugs. You know what I'm saying? But I was at the mall finna buy some shoes, but somebody told my mom that I was selling drugs. I said, no, mom, I'm not selling drugs. And she said, tell me the truth, are you selling? I said, no, mom, I'm not selling drugs right now. You know what I'm saying? Because I try to, So one thing, then a couple of days later she died, and that stuck on my mind, and I like, man, last time I talked to my mom, I lied to her. So one day, this lady came in the Goodwill store where I work at, and she's like, I'm starting this church group, this gospel group, would you want to be a part of? I'm like, man, that ain't me, gospel ain't me. I'm not feeling it. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing my own thing. So I turned over to a little buddy of mine that's in a wheelchair, and he talked to her, and they was doing their thing. And one day she came and she said, your friend is coming to the studio with me and stuff. And I was like, yeah. I said, I'm gonna go check it out. So he went to the studio with her, and then I started going to the studio. We came up with a group, DOK. And we did a performance and everything, but the group broke up. But at the same time, when the group was together, I was like one of the ones in the group that didn't really have no talent. So I prayed to God and stuff. And when the group broke up, I was like, man, Lord, will I ever make it to the top? After all I did, because sometimes I dwell on my past. I did this, I did that right there. And I'd be like, man, will I ever make it to the top? Will my past catch up with me? Because I did some awful thing, a lot of stuff people don't know about me that I did. at the age of 15, I was a pimp. I pimped some women, you know what I'm saying? Me and a friend of mine, we pimped some women, but it didn't last long because it wasn't no money. For me, it wasn't no money in pimp, you know what I'm saying? But I did it for a minute, but it wasn't no money now for me, you know, so...
Yeah, let me bring some, I know you're talking about everything, and I want to kind of bring some structure in terms of some of the things that we need to talk about.
Yeah.
I mean, I appreciate your transparency and the things that happened to you. It's amazing. You almost shared your whole story and just like that, and I know that there's a lot of things that help develop you, particularly when you start talking about the grief and the anger and the frustration before you had your incident being shot 9 times. The things that you were doing that was not pleasing to your mom. When I ask you about who is Kenneth Poole, one of the things that was on my heart is to find out what your upbringing was and your mindset growing up and what drew you into the life of gangs, the life of crime, the life of what you had told me off the set was displeasing to your mom.
Yeah.
So let's kind of break your life into segments. And let's first talk about this first phase of life before the incidents, before you were confined to a wheelchair, and how you lived life callous and what was driving you to live your life in such way, particularly when your mom wanted you to live a different life. Kind of walk me through that process and your mindset, why you were so drawn to that type of lifestyle.
Okay, while I was drawn to that lifestyle, we didn't have nothing. My mom, you know, we didn't have nothing, and she did what she could, you know, and then when I got the age when I got with my mom, I was probably about 13 or 14. And then I would live with my aunties. Me and my brother, my sister, we lived with my aunties and my auntie. Cause my mom, she had her own thing going on, you know, and I really don't want to talk, but she had her own thing going on, and we was living we was in foster homes and aunties, and we really didn't have none, you know. Cause my aunties, they had their kids, they had me and my brother, so that's like 6 people in a house, you know what I'm saying, with one lady raising everybody, you know, and like, it really didn't happen. And then when I moved in with my mom, my mom got custody of us, and we moved in with her, you know, wasn't no father figure around. We moved in South 7, and that's the projects, and we didn't have nothing. And growing up without nothing, not having nice clothes and stuff like that, and you see the next person with some stuff, you know, it's like, you want to get it in. Living in the projects, I used to get in fights every day. You know what I'm saying? One day, I was at the store and some guy said, "Man, when you come up out of the store, we're gonna beat you up." I told this lady, she was buying some stuff. I said, "Can you act like you my mama to get me across the street? If I get across the street, I'm gonna run."
The word talks about guard your heart with all diligence, for out of it is the issues of life. And many times it's witnessing people's love allow us to be able to begin to surrender and not be afraid of losing anything, because with God we have all things. And one of the things that I want to kind of change our conversation about is your music. You have a song, and we'll talk a little about your song and what inspired your song in terms of that. And give me some of the mindset that you had when you wrote the song.
The mindset I had, they changed it. They changed my song, you know.
Okay.
They changed it for the better, because it was like,
what was your song? What was the title of your song?
The original is called Lord, please tell me, will it ever stop? Tell me, Lord, please tell me, will I make it to the top? Tell me, Lord. You know about all the balance where it's gonna stop. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, they changed it, and I like the new concept that we added to it.
Okay. So when it was changed to now, the title now.
It's still Lord, please tell me.
Please tell me.
The concept with that song is like, it speaks for itself. Lord, please tell me. You know, I'm asking the question, Lord, please tell me. You know, when will it ever stop? You know, because I had a friend of mine. I got shot 9 times. I had a friend of mine, 2 friends of mine. One of them got shot 1 time in front of his mom and his dad, and the other one shot himself. You know what I'm saying? I